Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the live-action Disney remake Dumbo hitting store shelves, along with a brand new anniversary edition for the Disney animated classic Cinderella. Kino Lorber is releasing a Blu-ray edition of the 1997 David Lynch directed Lost Highway. Blue Underground is releasing a 3-disc limited edition of Lucio Fulci's The New York Ripper. And Scream Factory is releasing a collector's edition of Fred Decker's Night of the Creeps, plus much, much more. So let's go in and see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. Alright everybody, we are in at Walmart here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital version of Dumbo for $29.96, the Blu-ray DVD and digital for $24.96, and the DVD only right here for $19.96. And Nick and I did a movie review on Dumbo. You can catch it on the movie review playlist. I'll also put a link down below in the description if you guys want to hear our full thoughts on the movie. And honestly, I was kind of hesitant about this one, guys, because this is one of those animated classics that I watched as a kid. I loved it so much. I thought it was really just opened my mind up imagination-wise, and it's one of those ones that really I still cherish to this day. And so I was like, what are they really going to do with this? The only thing that really sort of piqued my interest was the fact that it was directed by Tim Burton. And I thought, Tim Burton as a director really fits this story, I thought, with like the circus and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a try because of that. And we didn't really love this movie, guys. It felt like they overstretched the plot. I mean, the animated Dumbo movie is about 50-some-odd minutes long. They overstretched the plot here. They added a lot of characters which really did nothing for the plot or anything. You really barely get to know these characters at all. Also, they left out the fact that Dumbo obviously talks, and of course the mice talk and everything, and they left that out, which I understand why, but I felt it took away from the movie. It kind of lost something, which I thought maybe the animated one had over this one. The design of Dumbo isn't the greatest either. I mean, it's a very vibrant movie. The cinematography is great. The colors are vibrant. Tim Burton does a good job directing the movie. But it's really lacking the magic and the substance of that animated film. And it's really unfortunate because, again, I felt that they overstretched it. I felt that they just took a lot of stuff out that made that animated film so classic, and they just left a lot of that stuff out, whether it was decision-wise or whether it was just stuff that they felt that they needed to take out and stuff that they need to put in. It was missing something, guys. It was missing the magic. And yeah, honestly, it's a decent movie if you're a Disney lover and you want to watch it, but outside of that, guys, I can't really recommend this one. I mean, again, curiosity-wise, but stick with the animated one, which I think is far better of a film, to be honest with you. Just my opinion, guys. I mean, again, I thought it was a very simplistic story, told really well in the animated film. You overstretch it here with needless characters. Yeah, it was kind of lackluster for me, unfortunately. Then the next thing over here I am seeing is they have that anniversary edition of the animated Cinderella for $24.96 right here, guys. And talk about another staple of my childhood, man. Cinderella is amazing, and definitely one that I watched on heavy rotation when I was a kid. My mother taped this on VHS, and I loved it back in the day. I thought it was really awesome. I loved it so much. I thought it was brilliant. It's one of those ones that's really sort of just brings back nostalgia in a big bad way. And it's really cool that they did this anniversary edition for Cinderella. They kind of do these anniversary editions every now and again for Disney classics. They sort of come out with it after a while, and then they sort of put it back in the vault, and, you know, years later put it back out again, which is actually really, really cool. Again, I tend to prefer the older animated classics over the more newer stuff. I don't know if it was just because I was a kid and, you know, I had those rose-colored glasses on of nostalgia from back in the day, but yeah, this one's still, I mean, I haven't watched it in so long. I wonder if it holds up, but yeah, man. Awesome. Very, very cool. Definitely worthy to check out for your kids, for sure, guys. Then over here I'm seeing they have the DVD of Isabel for $12.96 right here. And, ooh, very interesting cover. The eyes and the all red. Adam Brody. Ooh, Adam Brody. I remember Adam Brody from like the OC days, man. Isabel. What is this about? Ooh, look at that. The beady red eyes. After moving to a perfect New England neighborhood, all-American couple's dreams are... Oh, you know what this kind of reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of a version of like, of the Amityville or something. It kind of reminds me of that. They're in this house and evil is trying to take over them or something like that. Huh. Kind of interesting. I mean, it's probably like sort of a low-rent version of the Amityville stuff, I would imagine. I mean, I like Adam Brody well enough. He's a cool dude. Not sure about this one, though. Look at those beady red eyes, though. Those little veins popping out of his head. Damn. It could be really cool. I do have to admit, there's a lot of cool stuff that comes straight to DVD, and there's a lot of times where they're really crappy and you know why they're going straight to DVD. I'm always interested in your guys' opinions. Definitely let me know if you have seen Isabel, what your thoughts are on it. Looks interesting. Well, like I said, if I'm blind buying and I see the Isabel cover, it looks good enough just to blind buy. So I am curious. Then over here I am seeing the Blu-ray DVD of Fury for $14.96 and the DVD for $12.96 right here. And I heard about this one. I knew that it was coming out. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I like the cover though. The cover looks really cool. I like the colors. You know, a mother trying to get her daughter back from this trafficking ring, and you know she'll do anything and kill everybody she can. And you know, it kind of reminds me of like a female version of Taken, the Liam Neeson one, which by the way, Taken is awesome. So if this is anything close to Taken, then I would definitely be up for this in a big bad way. I like the idea of going after a trafficking ring, of stopping these people and killing them and getting the daughter back. Like I said, it reminds me of Taken, a good revenge movie. Yeah. Not bad. Looks kind of interesting. I definitely would be down to checking this one out. If you guys have heard anything about Fury, definitely let me know. Then over here I am seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of the Poison Rose for $14.96 and the DVD for $12.96 right here. And another straight to DVD John Travolta special right here, guys. Very nice. A Private Eye, A Public Murder, A Perfect Crime. Very interesting. Now, I saw this movie on Amazon Prime, guys, because, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment and I need to see more not-so-great John Travolta movies. And this one is definitely one of those guys. He basically plays this sort of private eye who goes back to his hometown and is trying to solve this murder. And to be fair, the movie's not bad. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like the movie a little bit. I like the murder mystery aspect to it. I think some of the acting is really good here. Unfortunately, John Travolta kind of sucks in the movie. He's not very good at all. He's really just very lackluster, and he's just, you know what, he's just kind of on autopilot, unfortunately. And it feels like everyone else is trying to pick him up, and they just can't do it. The movie leans heavily on John Travolta, and I think that's where the movie goes wrong. It's an interesting film noir, but unfortunately, John Travolta kind of kills any momentum with this movie. He doesn't do a good job with the acting, and outside of some of the actors is trying to pick up the slack, He's not really doing a great job, man. He really is kind of lackluster in this thing, and for somebody who's supposed to be this badass private detective guy, he really isn't doing a great job. So it's an interesting movie. It's not a dumpster fire like I thought it was going to be, but it's really lacking because of John Travolta. If they had gotten in another actor who might have done a better job with it, I think it might have been a better movie. But yeah, with his performance, he really does kind of kill this movie, unfortunately. Still not a bad movie. Better than some of the last couple Travolta ones, for sure. Then over here, I'm seeing they have the DVD of They Shall Not Grow Old for $12.96. And this actually was supposed to come out on physical media, DVD and Blu-ray, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it never did. I watched it for the out and about. I watched it on Amazon Prime, and I really, honestly, I wanted to watch it because I wanted to watch it in the movie theater. Unfortunately, what happened is that they were only doing limited engagements for this movie in the theaters, and I wasn't able to go to any of them. But I love the trailer, and I love how it's a documentary about the stories of these people that were in World War I, and very interesting and fascinating documentary. And I have to admit, guys, the footage in here is amazing. What Peter Jackson was able to do with this footage, man, to clean up the footage and to make it look as gorgeous as it is phenomenal, guys. I am really blown away by this documentary, man. I love the stories that they got from a lot of the World War I veterans that they got, from back in the day, and the stories that they told, and the footage, and restoring that was just beautiful. It's a really well told and well made documentary about the heroism of these guys and all of the sort of terrible things that they had to deal with back in the day. Really phenomenal documentary. If you are into World War documentaries or war documentaries in general, please give a look to They Shall Not Grow Old, guys, because it is really phenomenal. I really enjoyed it, man. I had a fun time watching this one, and it really is one of those ones that really has to be seen, especially if you are somebody who is all about historical facts, and somebody who really feels like they should be preserved. The fact that this footage looks as great as it does really is a testament to Peter Jackson and his restoration crew. Amazing job, guys. Definitely watch this. It is so amazing. Definitely worth your time. Every single minute of it. Amazing. Other than that, that does it for this area of Walmart. Let's see if they got anything else. Alright, everybody, we are in this section of Walmart, and the only other thing that they are putting out this week, I believe, is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital of the Cinderella remake for $29.96. And I believe the first time this got released on physical media, it didn't get a 4K release, so now they're doing a 4K version. And I remember liking this movie. I didn't love it. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, so truth be told, I may have to give it another watch, but I still like the animated movie more, guys. I mean, I really do. And again, it's really tough to make these movies into live action. It really is. And I mean, I understand why Disney's doing it, right? I mean, I get it, because you want to bring it to a newer, younger audience. You want to, put a new, fresh set of paint on it. You want to give filmmakers a crack at doing some different story ideas to maybe enhance the story or make it possibly maybe even a better movie. I don't think that's possible. I think that those animated movies are perfect as is, but we're getting remakes on everything. Might as well start doing animated ones, right? I mean, it was bound to happen eventually, and here we are. It's not a bad movie. I think out of most of the Disney live-action remakes, I think this is one of the better ones. It's still not perfect. There's still a lot of stuff that is hit and miss in the movie compared to the original, but overall, if I remember correctly, it's not a bad movie. Performances are pretty good overall, and again, I do like, again, I've always liked the story, and again, it's still a very magical film. you know, it's still worth checking out. Again, of course, it can't beat the animated classic, but very rarely many of these movies can, guys. But again, I think this one is more worthy of a live action remake than Dumbo is. So definitely check this one out if you haven't yet. Actually, if I remember, pretty darn decent of a live action remake for sure, guys. Definitely will have to revisit this one for sure. And if you haven't picked it up yet, it probably looks gorgeous in 4K. I mean, it's Disney. Come on, of course it's going to look good in 4K. Other than that, guys, that does it for Walmart here. Not bad releases this week, guys. All right, let's head out. Not bad selection here at Walmart this week. Some interesting new releases, some indie titles this week, the normal stuff we see over at Walmart. I was actually really shocked that there was no sort of display for Dumbo or no exclusive. But I have to remember that Dumbo was not a huge runaway hit for Disney. In fact, it wasn't this big blockbuster that basically Disney really wanted. So I don't think they're really investing in a lot of like big displays or a lot of exclusives. I still think we'll see some this week, but I don't think they're really investing as much into it as they usually would if it made a lot of money. So yeah, unfortunately, no real exclusives here or anything, but not too bad. Variety and some interesting releases, especially if you are a Disney fan, for sure, guys. All right, let's head to the next location and see what we can find there. All right, everybody, we're at our second location, Target. And, you know, I still find it odd that we didn't get any exclusive over at Walmart, but to be honest with you guys, we haven't really been seeing a lot of exclusives for these movies over at Walmart. If we do, it's a little plush toy or a little action figure. But I thought, okay, this is Disney, it's Dumbo, we're going to have something here for an exclusive, and we got nothing. I mean, again, I don't think Walmart has really been doing great this year so far as the exclusives are concerned. I think they've kind of been lacking a little bit. Whereas someplace like Target is actually doing great with exclusives, guys. I mean, I'm actually really shocked by the amount of exclusives that I've seen so far this year. And Target tends to skew a little more family friendly, so I figure with Disney being very family friendly and it's Dumbo, and I figure we're going to get some sort of exclusive here for the kids, something. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm also looking for a little bit more of the new releases, maybe a couple of oddball titles that we didn't see over at Walmart. Well, only one way to find out. Let's head in and check it out. Hopefully, an exclusive. Let's see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Target here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray digital of The Poison Rose for $16.99 right here, guys. And honestly, it's got some really cool like film noir qualities to it. It's got that sort of cool like voiceover stuff that most film noirs have, like back in the day that Humphrey Bogart used to do and everything. Like, well, that girl, she seems like trouble, but she's really fascinating to me. Like that kind of voiceover. I mean, it's kind of cool. It brings a unique quality to it. The story is not bad. I kind of enjoyed the story. It's just John Travolta's acting, man. And I don't know about John Travolta anymore. I mean, he doesn't really get a lot of great work anymore as an actor. But honestly, when you see him in this movie and you see his acting in here, he really is just on autopilot as an actor. He really just is like a lame duck now. And it really is a shame. I mean, you look at other actors who are doing similar work, like Nicolas Cage is doing straight to DVD and Blu-ray work sometimes. But he's got that, you know, I'm crazy and weird Nicolas Cage thing going on. John Travolta doesn't have anything like that. So he's just basically bland Travolta, which is not exactly the most exciting thing in the world. I mean, he's not exactly lighting the world on fire in this movie, but outside of him, there's actually some really great actors here. I mean, you've got Morgan Freeman. He's really good in this movie. You've got Famke Janssen, who I think did a pretty decent job. Robert Patrick is in this. You've got Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser is in this, guys. It's been a long time since I've seen Brendan Fraser do anything, man. I know that a lot of people really like him in that DC show. I think it's like Doom Squad or something like that. A lot of people really like him in that show, and I remember loving him back in the day with stuff like George of the Jungle and Oh man, The Mummy and so many other stuff he did. School Ties, really great stuff. It's only a small role here that he does, and he looks very different than he used to. But it was really nice to see him in a movie again. Very, very cool, man, to see Brendan Fraser in another movie. Hopefully, he definitely gets an upswing in his career because he really is a really great actor that deserves more love. I think honestly, I think he got like blacklisted or something. I think he got like blacklisted back in the day. That's why he hasn't been doing much work. I mean, guys, definitely let me know if that's true, but I think that's what happened to him back in the day. But other than those actors, I mean, John Travolta carries it, but not that good. Again, story's not bad. Better than Gotti and Trading Paint. If you're a John Travolta fan, give it a look. But other than that, yeah, not so much, guys. Then over here I'm seeing the DVD of They Shall Not Grow Old for $12.99 right here, guys. And honestly, this is a really great, like, just war documentary. And I've noticed that you don't really see any sort of like World War I documentaries being made anymore. You see more World War II ones than anything else. And I mean, I get it because I think pretty much all of the people from World War I has passed away, and the footage is probably so old and deteriorated that you can't really do much with it. But Peter Jackson proves that you can, because again, the picture is amazing here. The footage is astounding, the restoration that they do. And honestly, if you're a historical buff, this is a must-see, dude. This is beyond a must-see. It's amazing. And it's really great to see Peter Jackson being very passionate about a project, because just like John Travolta being a lame duck, Peter Jackson kind of is too. I mean, those Hobbit movies don't light the world on fire. He's produced a lot of movies that are not really the greatest. He seems like a director that sort of lost his passion for film, but it's really great to see a movie like this that really, really shows how much passion he has for a project and how much effort he can put into it. So I'm hoping he definitely gets his passion back and becomes the old school Peter Jackson that we all know and love. But this is a great war documentary and so well worth your time, guys. Honestly, well worth your time indeed. Other than that, guys, that does it for this section over here. Let's see what else Target's got. Alright everybody, we're over in this area of Target, and the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the DVD of Dumbo for $19.99, the Blu-ray DVD and digital for $24.99, the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital for $29.99, and they also have an only at Target exclusive for $34.99 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital. Comes with a limited edition filmmaker gallery book inside. Very nice. Look at this. That looks nice. I like the cover actually. Slightly different than this artwork right there, but I actually prefer this art here. I do. Actually not bad. And I can see if I can kind of get up close there. Kind of what it looks like there. Not bad. Very nice. Very cool indeed, guys. Now, as I said earlier, this movie is directed by Tim Burton, and as much as I like Tim Burton, I do have to admit, he felt like a director for hire on this one, guys. It felt like he was definitely put the reins on, like he couldn't do as much Tim Burton type of stuff that you would think he would do. I mean, Tim Burton's a very unique filmmaker. He has a lot of very interesting style, and I don't really feel he brought all of it to Dumbo the way maybe I thought they would let him. And truth be told, I haven't really loved a Tim Burton film since Big Fish. I really love Big Fish, and there's a lot of stuff in Big Fish that reminds me of Dumbo, like the circus stuff and some of the unique characters, some very interesting stuff in that aspect. I mean, Tim Burton's a really unique filmmaker, and he needs the right project to really shine, and I thought Dumbo might be the one that would really, like, do something really great with the material, and again, it really just felt like he was really handcuffed, and truth be told, he doesn't do great with Disney properties. I mean, I didn't love Alice in Wonderland like I wanted to. I thought Alice in Wonderland was really weak. Here, this is better than Alice in Wonderland, and again, there is some certain Tim Burton style here, but it definitely felt like he was, again, limited in what he could do. It's just lacking the magic and the imagination that I really feel like that animated film had. And again, the animated film is again a really older film, and the fact that it still has the imagination that it does all these years later is a testament to it. I don't know if this really will stand the test of time like that animated film was. Definitely let me know, guys. But this is actually not a bad exclusive for Target. Pretty cool. I'm also seeing here they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of the Cinderella Anniversary Edition for $24.99. They also have this Blu-ray, DVD, and digital only at Target Storybook right here, the Signature Edition. Nice. Not bad at all. Really cool. $28.99 right there, guys. And very different from that with her coming out of her carriage and everything. I don't know which one I like better. I kind of like both of them. Not bad at all. And kind of go up close there and see what it looks like. Not bad, actually. It looks pretty cool. Another exclusive from Target on another Disney release. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all right here. Very cool. And, you know, I was kind of doing some research on Cinderella and was really interesting doing a deep dive on this because from what I found out, you know, we look at Disney now, and Disney's like this huge corporation, and they make so much money. But back in the day, before this was released, Disney was like over $4 million in debt. The biggest hit that they had previously was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that came out in 1937, and they were really like in a big bad way hurting. And there was a lot of talk about how if their next film wasn't good and was flopped, that it would be the end of Disney. And so they took a gamble on movies like Cinderella, and it paid off, thankfully. Again, it's kind of interesting to look at sort of the Mouse House as this sort of indestructible thing, but back in the day, not so much. And it's movies like Cinderella, it's movies like all these other great classic ones that really brought Disney the love and acclaim that they now have. You know, these movies are really just classics to me, and it's one that I think a lot of the younger generation, they tend to go to more of the How to Train Your Dragons or stuff like Wonder Park, but show them the classics, because I feel like the kids nowadays really need to grow up with the old school Disney classics as well. They're essential viewing for kids. Absolutely, guys. So if you have not shown your kids Cinderella, definitely do it. Hopefully they will not be disappointed, guys, at all. Not bad exclusive for Target, guys. Then over here I'm seeing they also have that 4K edition of the Cinderella remake for $29.99 here as well. And the movie is actually directed by Kenneth Branagh. Now, I'm a big fan of Kenneth Branagh. He directed that first Thor movie, which I really did enjoy. I thought that first Thor movie was really good. He also directed that remake of Murder on the Orient Express, which I really loved, and I think he's doing the sequel to that, which I definitely gotta see when that gets released, man. He's a very interesting filmmaker that takes the beloved like material and really spins it in a interesting way, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really like this one, because I feel they definitely did this. I think they did the story justice here, just like they do the story of Thor justice as well. I actually really enjoyed this one quite a bit, guys. I really did. Now, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm remembering it. I did enjoy it quite well. I thought all the actors did a really great job as well here. It is definitely one of the better Disney remakes. It's not the greatest, and again, I still prefer the original by far, but, you know, this is one that's definitely worth giving a chance to, for sure. Other than that, that does it for this section, guys. Let's see what else Target's got. Alright, everybody, we are in this area of Target, and they do have this display of Spider-Man films because they are promoting Spider-Man Far From Home coming out July 5th, and you get up to $8 towards the movie ticket right here. Nice little display promoting that. You have here the triple feature 3 DVD set of Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3 for $10. You have the Blu-ray DVD and digital of Spider-Man Homecoming for $13, the DVD of Spider-Man Homecoming for $10, the DVD digital of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for $19.99, and the Blu-ray DVD and digital of Venom for $22.99 right here, guys. Not too bad here. And you know, as far as some of these titles are concerned, look, I love the first Spider-Man. That came out, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 2002. Came out 2002, the same year as Star Wars Attack of the Clones did. I remember that. That was a good year. And I remember just being blown away by the movie. I was like, they actually made a Spider-Man movie, and it was good. And Sam Raimi did a great job, man. And Tobey Maguire was classic. And damn, I love that movie so much. It was really, really just a great ride. And Spider-Man 2, dude, Spider-Man 2 is a great sequel, man. Probably one of the best superhero sequels, dare I say. It really is that great. Spider-Man 3... ooh, yeah, less said about that, the better, guys. It's not a terrible, god-awful movie. It's not Batman and Robin bad, but you know what? It could have been so much better, and they forced Venom in there, and I thought the Sandman was weak, and I just thought that they just were going for the comedy more than anything else, and yeah, to me, man, I just thought it was really lacking and a really bad sort of ending to a trilogy with a really strong Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. Unfortunate, but again, not a bad movie, just not a great movie, and could have been great and capped off a really awesome trilogy. Shame. Let me know what you think of that. Spider-Man Homecoming, fucking phenomenal, guys. Love it so much. I'm very interested to see where they go with Far From Home, especially with what happens in Avengers Endgame. I won't spoil it, but what happens, I'm very curious to see where they take the story with this one. I'm very interested in Mysterio. I think Jake Gyllenhaal's going to kill it, but I'm definitely interested in that for sure, guys. And I think Tom Holland's been a really great Spider-Man so far. Definitely rooting for the guy big time, so I am definitely looking for the new one. And if you haven't checked out Homecoming, definitely do it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is amazing, guys. Fantastic. A great animated movie. Great superhero animated movie. And I heard they are going to make a sequel to this. Thank God, because this movie desperately needs one. It definitely does. My friend John and I love this movie so much. Fucking awesome, guys. This one, dude, I just can't wait to see what they come up with. Because if it's half as good as this one, then I'm definitely going to be a happy man. Love that one. And Venom, you know what, man? I really liked Venom quite a bit. There was some problems with Venom. Overall, you know, some of the action was not that great. There was some lackluster romance here. But to be honest with you guys, though, I thought the relationship between Eddie Brock and Venom was fantastic. And not only that, I thought Tom Hardy hit it out of the park. I know they're definitely going to make a sequel to this. I cannot wait to check it out. And I heard rumors that Sony wanted Venom to be in like Spider-Man 3 or something, like the Tom Holland Spider-Man series for the MCU, and I hope they don't do that, guys. And it's not that I don't like Venom, it's that I think it would be really weird to sort of shoehorn Venom into the Spider-Man series now, especially where I feel like MCU has really went out of their way to create a really unique sort of universe, and it feels like they're doing something very different with Venom on the Sony side. To see them come together, especially as a villain for Spider-Man, I don't know if I would really like that. I like him being the anti-hero here. I hope they stay separate. I hope they don't come together. I hope Sony, you know, just scraps that idea. I really hope they do. But it is not bad here. And again, you do get that $8 movie ticket for Spider-Man Far From Home. Definitely get up on that, guys. And actually a really cool little display for Spider-Man. All right. Well, that does it for Target. Let's head out. Pretty good at Target this week, guys. Pretty good indeed here. You had some pretty solid selection here. You had some of those Spider-Man titles that have the movie cast. You also have a couple of Disney exclusives with the filmmaker storybook. Not bad. I kind of had a feeling they would have the exclusives here at Target. Family friendly, Disney, usually Target does well with their exclusives, and this week is no exception. Some pretty cool stuff this week, guys. Not bad at all. I'm pretty happy. happy. Hope you guys are too. Let's head to the third and final location and see what they got. All right, everybody, we're at our third and final location, the Beast Best Buy. But before we go in, I wanted to quickly talk about one trailer that I saw, which I really think looks really cool, actually, and that is Ready or Not. It's sort of this new horror film that's coming out later this year, and it looks really cool. Basically, it's about this woman who just gets married to her husband, and she is now a part of this family, and they're about to play this game of hide and seek or something. And basically, the family it's, I guess, this tradition that the family has that basically she's now the new sacrifice, and they're all out to kill her. It's sort of this weird game or something. It looks really interesting. It looks really fascinating and really promising. And, you know, honestly, there's a lot of horror films coming out, guys. But the problem is not a lot of them ever really pique my interest. I mean, I go see a lot of horror films. I watch a ton of them. But there's a lot that I sort of look at and I'm like, okay, it looks good, but it's nothing that really hits me. This one, guys, really hits me. It really looks honestly cool to me. And it reminds me a lot of that horror movie that came out like a couple years back called You're Next. It looks really similar to You're Next, and I really like You're Next a lot. So, to me, if it's just as good as that one, then I'm definitely on board to check it out. It looks like there's going to be some cool blood and gore in here as well. Like this basically survivor girl who's got to like kill all of her close family, and you know, she's got to survive the night. It looks fun. It looks fun. It looks entertaining. It looks like it's going to be a cool little survival horror film. I can't wait to check it out, guys. It looks kind of interesting to me. Definitely let me know what you think of Ready or Not. In the meantime, let's head into Best Buy and see what they got, guys. All right, everybody. We are in at Best Buy with this display for Dumbo right here. Very nice. There's the back side of it, the side, and then bam, right there, guys. Not bad display. The first and only display that we have seen for Dumbo, guys. And the first thing I am seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Dumbo for $22.99. The 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital for $29.99, and they have an only at Best Buy limited edition collectible steelbook for $34.99 right here. 4K Blu-ray and digital, not bad. Look at that. That's a really cool steelbook, man. That looks really cool. You can see sort of the difference right there. I like that. It looks very old school, almost like it's made from like wood or something, and it's kind of very raised, right there, embossed. Really nice, man. That's a really great looking goddamn steelbook, dude. Nice. That really is, man. Not bad at all. And you know, honestly, look, even though I didn't love the movie, I have to admit that I still think it's worth it for kids to watch. It's a cool little live-action Disney remake, and to be perfectly honest with you, no matter what I think or no matter what you guys think, these movies are going to be remade. They're remaking them all the time now. I mean, Aladdin just came out. We're getting Lion King soon. I know Mulan is down the road. I'm pretty sure they're going to remake Little Mermaid. Yeah, everything is getting the live-action treatment now, guys. Some are going to be better than others. But honestly, though, I think for me, I hold on to the animated classics because they're part of my childhood. And seeing them remade does hurt a little bit, but I get why they do it. I honestly do get why. And I think I'm as critical on them because I really want them to be that good. I really want them to be worth it. And I really want these filmmakers to do a great job on these because I feel like they're part of my childhood, and I feel like I really want them done just as good as I remember them as a kid. And again, some do better than others, some not so much. It all depends. But honestly, guys, though, If you are a fan of Disney, then this possibly might be worth at least checking out just a little bit, guys. Again, if you're a fan of Tim Burton, if you're a fan of a ton of these actors, like Eva Green, Michael Keaton is in here, Danny DeVito, a lot of the same players that Tim Burton has worked with in the past is here as well. It was really great to see Keaton here as well, and DeVito, which I think the last time Tim Burton worked with them was Batman Returns, if I'm not mistaken. They had that. I mean, again, for all its faults, it's still not a bad movie, but it could have been much better, but still worth checking out, guys, for sure. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of the animated Cinderella Anniversary Edition for $24.99. They also have this only at Best Buy Blu-ray, DVD, and digital collectible steelbook here. That's really nice with the purple and them sort of dancing there. That's really nice, guys. Damn, I like this. Of course, very different from that cover, but yeah, this is really nice, dude. Not bad at all. Nice. God, you know, again, it's been so long since I've watched so many of these animated films. I mean, truth be told, last time I watched them was on VHS, so it's been quite a long time. But again, to me, the Disney classics will always reign supreme. And I'm not saying that they can't make better ones. I can't say they can't make better animated movies, but for me as a kid, you know, again, Snow White, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Dumbo, I mean, even a one that's been forgotten, Fantasia. Fantasia's great. I mean, there's a lot of really old school Disney animated films that I'm glad that they're coming out with these and they're getting the love that they deserve. Definitely get up on this, man, because I kind of feel like with Disney now, because they're doing the Disney Plus streaming service, that eventually these are, I don't think they're going to be supporting physical media forever. I really don't. I feel like with the streaming service, they're putting all of their movies on the streaming service. So things like Cinderella, things like Dumbo and everything, they're all going there. So eventually these releases are going to go the way of the dinosaur. So if you really love these animated movies, you really do have to pick them up on physical media, guys, because it may be one of the last times that you're able to. But definitely get up on this wonderful animated classic, guys. Wonderful and really cool steelbook. And then the other thing over here I'm seeing is they have the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital of the Cinderella live-action remake for $29.99, and they have another Best Buy limited edition exclusive 4K Blu-ray and digital for $34.99. This one looks really great. This one looks classic, man. Damn, I like that quite a bit. You kind of see that, which looks really cool, but this looks really classic. Almost something out of like a picture frame or storybook or something. God, I really like that one a lot, man. And again, I will admit, Cinderella is one of the better live-action remakes. I would say it's kind of tough because I wasn't a huge fan of the Beauty and the Beast one. I thought the Jungle Book was really good. Dumbo, hit or miss. I really like the Aladdin one quite a bit, but I think Cinderella kind of is the one that reigns supreme above all of them right now. Of course, I'm kind of going to wait until they do the Lion King one to see how that really does. But again, for me, guys, I think this is really just a fantastic sort of live action remake, and I think it's one you definitely got to check out. You know, again, I think it pays homage to the animated one really great, and I think honestly you guys would really dig it if you haven't checked it out. I think it respects the animated one, but I don't think that it changes it so much that you're not gonna think it's Cinderella. Some of the live action ones do that, but this one not so much, guys. But this is really great, man. God, this is really cool. That's really nice, man. God, I like that steelbook. Kind of look at what it looks like on the inside there if I can. Nice, not bad. And it comes with a bunch of featurettes, alternate opening, a bunch of featurettes, not bad at all. This one comes with a bunch of featurettes as well. It comes with a bunch of features, not bad at all for bonus features on that. And then the Dumbo one here comes with a bunch of features as well. Deleted scenes, Easter eggs, behind the scenes look, and much more. Not bad for the price tag if you are definitely into Dumbo. And also, guys, I'll kind of show you what it looks like on the inside of the Dumbo steelbook right here. Looks really, really nice, man. I like that Circus of Dreams. Really cool there. And on the inside of the animated one there, have this, which is really cool. God, Best Buy does a really great job with their steelbooks, and these ones, guys, are definitely no exception, man. Really awesome stuff here, guys. Really awesome, very cool steelbooks, man, this time around at Best Buy. All right, guys, well, this is just the start. Let's see what else Best Buy's got. All right, guys, we're over in this section, and I wanted to show you guys this because a few weeks back I showed you the limited edition Blu-ray digital steelbook of the first X-Men trilogy, and it was kind of promoting Dark Phoenix, and I showed you that at the time. And they did not have the second trilogy at the time, but now they do have the second trilogy on a limited edition steelbook here, Blu-ray digital, for $26.99 here, and it includes $8 cash towards Dark Phoenix. And this is the trilogy with McAvoy and Fassbender and Lawrence and everybody. And, you know, oh man, check out our review for Dark Phoenix if you haven't, guys, and that tells you pretty much our thoughts on the movie. Outside of that, I really love X-Men First Class. Dude, that movie is fucking awesome. It changed the game. I mean, it changed the game, and it reinvented it, and I thought it did a great job, man, with the characters. And Days of Future Past was awesome, man. I love that movie, man. I think it was great bringing in the old school and the new school, and I thought it really worked in a big bad way, man. I really did. I thought it was a genius movie. And had they ended the series there, I probably would have been a happy guy. But then they did X-Men Apocalypse, and that was a real... I'm not saying it's a dumpster fire, but it really was incredibly lacking compared to the other ones, man. The villain was weak sauce, and Jennifer Lawrence wasn't really caring, and it felt like just a lame duck of a movie. And then you get to Dark Phoenix, and that's a whole nother matter. I like the X-Men movies overall. I think they're really enjoyable, but I felt like they didn't go out on the highest note. Like I said, I like the first two ones in this trilogy, but X-Men Apocalypse really failed, was really lackluster to me. Again, I really love Days of Future Past, and had they ended it there, I would have been completely satisfied, guys. But, you know how it is. They can't just end it on a perfect note. They gotta continue it and milk this thing for all it's worth, and that's what they definitely did. Now that Disney has it, and Marvel Studios, well, we may not see another reboot for at least maybe 10 years, but I'm very much anticipating that, because I really want to see where it's going to land in the MCU, who they're going to cast. I'm okay with a reboot of the franchise. I think we're at a point now where the franchise feels kind of dead in the water, and I think we definitely do need some fresh blood. So again, give it about 10 or so years time, and I think we'll see something very new and unique. But for all you lovers of that new X-Men trilogy, well, they do have the steelbook here at Best Buy. Then over here, guys, I'm seeing something really interesting. They have these interesting slipcovers for some of these old school movies. They have Big Trouble in Little China right here. They have Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They have Castaway. They have Die Hard. They have Fight Club right here. The French Connection. Last of the Mohicans, MASH, they have Office Space over here, and they have Walk the Line. $5.99, $6.99, $5.99, $5.99, $6.99, $4.99, $5.99, $5.99, $5.99 here as well. Very interesting stuff here. Big Trouble in Little China. You want to know what? I'm really hoping down the line Scream Factory releases this, man. I know they've released a lot of Carpenter stuff, and I really would love to see them release this under their Scream Factory banner. I know they're trying to get a lot of Carpenter titles, so I'd be very interested to see if they can get this one, because I think they'd give it a lot of love. I mean, there's some good special features there, but not a ton. I definitely would like to see what they would do with this title. Oh, Sundance Kid, Hits the Way, Die Hard. Die Hard's had so many releases, man. My God, man, this thing's been released to death. Jesus. Fight Club, which is not a bad slip cover. So he can smash, Walk the Line. And you know what? I was thinking about something with Office Space. I hope that there's a great edition that comes out in the future, man. Whether it's Criterion or Shout Select or something, I would love them to do some really solid features for this, because it really, I want a commentary, I want a documentary really talking about this film and about how relevant it's become to the workforce, and just how much of sort of a cult comedy it's become. I really hope somebody picks this one up at some point. I really do. I mean, some really cool slipcover covers here, guys. Some really unique and interesting ones. If you guys are slipcover fans, and I know a lot of you are, and don't have any of these releases, definitely pick this stuff up. Not bad at all, man. Castaway, Die Hard. The Big Trouble in Little China one is probably the most interesting out of all of them. But again, I'm going to wait, because I'm hoping down the line this gets a collector's edition release from somebody. It desperately needs it, guys. Not bad at all, guys. Alright, well, let's see if they have anything else. Alright, guys, and we're over in this section of Best Buy over here, and they do have a couple of titles as well. They have the Blu-ray DVD of Fury for $17.99 right here. Again, this does look really interesting, and I gotta watch it, man, because I love a good revenge movie. I honestly do, man. And this one definitely looks right up my alley. It says a lead performance by Veronica Nigo from Star Wars The Last Jedi. I do not remember this chick from The Last Jedi. I honestly don't. You know, then again, I'm not a big fan of The Last Jedi, so maybe that might be a reason why. I just didn't pay attention enough. But yeah, if she was in it, definitely let me know who she was in The Last Jedi. I definitely gotta check this one out, though. It does look pretty cool. Fury. Not bad. It comes with behind the scenes and a trailer. Not a lot, but these sort of independent releases rarely get any big special features, so not surprised. Then I'm also seeing here they have the Poison Rose, the Blu-ray digital for $15.99. I hope my man John Travolta gets better. I really do, because he definitely needs a boost in his career. Hell, put him in another goddamn movie, Tarantino. Maybe you'll boost his career again. Damn, dude. But outside of that, I will say this is not a little bad noir movie. There's a couple noir films that I can recommend to you guys. One is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil with John Cusack and Kevin Spacey. That's a really good one, and really, honestly, very underrated. I really like that one a lot, about this sort of writer who comes to this southern town, and he gets caught up in this sort of like a murder mystery. Really good one from the late 90s. And another one I was thinking of is The Big Bang with Antonio Banderas. That's a really good one, man, with Antonio Banderas, The Big Bang. Check that one out, guys. It's a really cool sort of modern yet slightly futuristic sort of take on a film noir, which I really like that one a lot. I thought that was really underrated and doesn't get a lot of love. Definitely check those couple ones out, guys, and let me know if there's some good film noirs that you recommend to me, guys. Definitely let me know. In the meantime, give this one a look. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. You've got a trailer gallery and a commentary. I'm not going to shit on any release having a commentary, but it might be a waste of a good commentary, guys. Just might be. Let's hope John Travolta gets better in the future. In the meantime, that does it for the releases over here, guys. All right. Let's head out. Exclusives, and more exclusives this week over at Best Buy, guys. They had a lot of really great, wonderful selection this week, guys. A lot of really great limited editions, slipcovers, and steelbooks. So much stuff to check out over here at Best Buy. It is a physical media lover's dream, always here at the Beast, guys. Not too bad this week overall, guys. Let's head home and finish the video. Alright, everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And, you know, there was a good amount of selection this week at the stores. I mean, there was a huge amount of releases that came out this week, but unfortunately on the store level, only a certain amount was able to be shown. But I have to admit that we did get a lot as far as Disney is concerned. Disney definitely dominated the out and about this week, whether we're talking about the animated movies, the live action remakes. I mean, it was definitely a week that was taken over by the Mouse House for sure, guys. And some really great exclusives out there. Best Buy, Target. We didn't get anything from Walmart, which is honestly becoming the norm, as I'm finding, guys. And it really makes me more curious as to how these stores go about, like, knowing that they're gonna do exclusives for certain titles. Because when I go to the movies with the guys, sometimes what happens is that we literally go to these big movies, and then after the movie, is done, or while we're eating, suddenly there will be something that comes up on one of the guys' cell phones of like, hey, there's a pre-order for the Best Buy Steelbook, or there's a pre-order for the Zavi Steelbook, or something from Target. It seems like these stores definitely go out of their way to want to say to people that they're putting these exclusives out early, and they're doing that, and that you can pre-order that right away. So I'm kind of curious whether they have some sort of agreement with the studios of like, hey, yeah, Best Buy, you're gonna do steelbooks for this, this, and this, and Target, we're gonna do a filmmaker gallery book on these ones here, and I'm kind of curious how they go about it, or what the kind of deals are made behind the scenes, because there's certain times when I look at certain titles and I'm like, yeah, that's not getting an exclusive, and then suddenly I'm in the stores and it does. Again, I thought with a title like Dumbo, I thought all the stores would have exclusives, but only 2 out of the 3 did. So I'm curious of how the stores go about it with the studios, and if there's some sort of like deal where certain stores get certain exclusives and others don't, or they have an agreement like, well, we won't give you an exclusive on this title, but you'll have it on the next one. I'm kind of curious how it all works, guys. I have no idea. I'm literally not in the loop at all on any of this. So I'm really curious about how it goes on. If you guys know anything about that, definitely let me know. I am really curious because again, you see these big titles, and sometimes you think that everyone's going to have something to show off, some sort of cool little niche thing that store is supposed to have, and then not really. So it always surprises me, but that's why I like doing these out and abouts, guys, because you never really know what you're going to find until you literally walk in the store and you're like, oh damn, yeah, that was weird, or geez, why don't they have that? It's always a gamble, no matter where you go and no matter what time you go to. I will say this much though, that I don't think the Dumbo Steelbook is gonna sell out anytime soon, guys. Like last week, a lot of you guys talked to me and said that the Us Steelbook sold really fast, and it really did. Whereas I think the Dumbo one, I just don't think that's a movie where the Steelbook's gonna really sell out big time. And I think that also comes down to the stock. Because I'm finding that with certain titles, some of the stores decide to not put a lot of effort into getting a lot of stock in for it, like with Us. Like I'm sure most stores had a decent amount of stock, but they didn't realize how popular it was going to be. Sort of like with that Halloween Steelbook back in the day. Whereas now with some of these bigger titles, like I see Captain Marvel that's still out there with the Steelbook. I see that Dumbo probably is not going to sell out really quick like they anticipate. I guess just certain Steelbooks, man. I mean, certain Steelbooks are really popular. You go on eBay and they are really selling like hotcakes, and other ones, not so much. I guess it depends on the movie and it depends on the availability. I do admit that there's a lot of effort being put into the artwork for these special steelbooks. So, I guess it just depends on the popularity of the movie, and if they make enough of them, which sometimes isn't always the case, guys. So definitely get up on some of those exclusives if you want, guys. There are some pretty good ones out there, and ones that might be worth picking up for you steelbook or exclusive lovers out there. And definitely let me know what you picked up, guys, because again, even though this was a week that was dominated by the Mouse House, Well, there was a lot of titles that came out that are not in the stores, so definitely support physical media no matter where you get it from, stores, online. Let me know what you guys picked up. And as far as I'm concerned, well, I picked up stuff. Guys, of course I did. I got a few items in the mail, dare I say here. The first title I got in the mail was from Mondo Macabro right here, guys. Yes, a title that I pre-ordered that it came out this month, and this title is now completely sold out on Mondo Macabro's site. They will put out a regular edition at some point, but this limited edition is completely sold out. So I have one of these now from Mondo Macabro that is completely out of print. This particular version is. And this one is a very adult title, like most of Mondo Macabro stuff. It's one that I was very interested in checking out because I have a lot of this actress's other work as this character, and I told you guys in the Blu-ray pickups a while ago that I would try to find other titles that she was in. So when this came across, sort of, you know, when I went on Facebook and checked out Mondo Macabro's site, I knew I had to at least pre-order it and give it a chance. So I am very happy to delve into this sucker. A very sleazy and very adult film, but one I'm definitely interested to check out, guys. So Mondo Macabro right here. I also got a package in the mail from Scream Factory right here, guys. Now, ooh, this is a very nice horror title that, honestly, I am double dipping on. Now, the reason why I'm double dipping is because, number one, I really do like Scream Factory. Secondly, because I just love this horror movie so much that, to me, double dipping is not a problem. You know, there's certain titles out there that I'll kind of shy away from double dipping because I'm like, why do I really need it? This one, honestly, guys, I am okay with doing it. I think it's a phenomenal horror movie, and it's one of, in my opinion, one of the best horror movies of the 80s. So this one I am super excited to put in the collection. It's a double dip, but a double dip definitely worth having, guys. So I'm very happy on this one. I also got a package in the mail from Severin Films right here, guys. Yes, another package from Severin Films. They are certainly doing quite a good job, dare I say. And this title is now out of print. They literally were selling this title at a convention. And what ended up happening is that it just went viral, man. On some of the movie sites that I go on Facebook, everyone's like, oh my god, they're selling that title, oh my god, that slipcover is amazing, and I hope they have more in stock. And Severin said, hey, you know, we're gonna put this on the website at this particular time. I was literally going to work that day, got to work, I technically started my shift at work, and instead of going right to work, I actually pre-ordered this on their website because I realized that if I didn't pre-order at that moment, I was going to miss out on it. And cut to a few hours later, I was going on my break from work and checked on Severin's website, and it was completely sold out, guys. So this is an out-of-print edition now from Severin. I'm so damn thankful to have this now in the collection. I've never actually seen this horror film, but I did look a little bit of stuff up on YouTube, and it looks really interesting to me, so I'm really happy to delve into this sucker. Another out-of-print title for the collection. Very happy indeed, guys. Got that. And I also got a package in the mail from Amazon Prime right here. It is another horror film from a horror director that I've been definitely getting a lot of their titles over the course of many, many, many months. If you guys have kept up with the Blu-ray pickup videos, you know who this director is for sure, and I definitely am always interested to get more films that he directed, so this is definitely another one for the collection of a very iconic horror director for sure. Never seen the movie, but it's one that is very popular among his horror films, so it's one that I am definitely interested to delve in on, guys. So, yes, I picked up a title from Amazon, title from Severin Films right here. Scream Factory title, Mondo Macabro. Ooh, Mondo Macabro. Scream Factory, Severin, and a title from, Amazon. Guys, yeah, I got quite a bit of titles, plus so much more titles that I've actually gotten in the mail, guys. It's quite a bit I've gotten for the month. And I am very happy with all my pickups. I think they are absolutely phenomenal. A wide-ranging amount of variety, guys. Not usually the normal titles that you see from time to time from other YouTubers. Definitely very, very different. But you guys will definitely get to find out everything that I got in my Blu-ray pickups video, which will drop at the beginning of next month. It'll show off all the titles that I got for the month of June. And again, I'm looking at limited editions. I'm looking at collector's editions. I'm looking at B-movies. I'm looking at just some really out-of-print titles already for the collection. I've got quite a few out-of-print titles already, and adding more to the collection is never a bad thing, guys. So definitely stay tuned for that video, which will be dropping towards the beginning of next month. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos I do every single week. Check out the Blu-ray pickup videos I do every single month. And the theatrical movie reviews I do with my friends as well. My mother and I just did a review for Ma on the channel. That was a really fun review with my mother. She hadn't done one in quite a while, and she was really interested to see that movie, and I was like, hey, you're interested to see a horror movie? I love when my mother's interested to see horror because I grew up with horror around her. It's definitely a love of mine because of her, so anytime I get to see a movie with her, especially a horror movie, I definitely am down to do it. So we did that review, guys. And also, my friend John and I did the movie review for Child's Play 2019. That is on the channel as well. We dive into everything. We dive into the characters. We dive into the new look of Chucky. We dive into where this movie will rank in sort of the pantheon of the horror remake scale. We delve into a lot of really great stuff, guys. So definitely tune into that review as well if you haven't. Plus so much more content that's coming to the channel as well. I'm really excited. More movie reviews, some special videos coming as well. It's a busy time for movie lovers out there, myself included. I may not get to see everything hitting the theaters, but I try to do my best for you guys when I can. So hopefully you guys appreciate it. And if you're a lover of movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank my subscribers. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. You guys are fucking awesome. I can't ask for any better subscribers out there than you guys. You know, you guys go out of your way to watch the videos, to comment. You know, for me, it really is to me, I never forget for a single day how lucky I am to do this, because some days you think to yourself, like, you know, does anybody care, anybody pay attention? And then you get a great comment, and it just makes your day. I know it makes mine, and I appreciate you guys so much, and I love talking movies with you guys every single week. You guys know that by now. I love doing it. I love sending my love to you guys, and I love you sending the love right back to me. I love it so much. So, yes, thank you so much to my subscribers, and thank you to everyone else who watches the videos who is not subscribed. If you'd like to subscribe, definitely do it. And make sure you keep up to date with everything I post through Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FilmFan108. Keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special videos and pictures I put on social media from time to time. Alright guys, well, this was a pretty interesting out and about, dare I say. A lot of Disney, and if you are a lover of Disney, then this is definitely the week for you. Plus some cool horror and independent titles that are hitting store shelves as well, and online. So definitely get up on some good deals and some good titles that are out there, guys. Alright, well, I will see you guys next time for a brand new movie review, or brand new out and about, I should say. Take care, guys, and happy hunting.